Okay, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the final of our RIS Talks. Over the past 2 days, all students in secondary have been learning all about artificial intelligence, and they've created an RIS TED-style talk on one topic linked to artificial intelligence. We've got students here from year 7 to 10 who will be taking turns one at a time to tell you about one interesting factor about AI and how it affects our lives. We're going to start this morning with Vila from 7B, who's going to tell us all about AI in our daily lives. So round of applause in the room for Vila, and we'll begin in 1 minute.
They're going to talk about AI in daily life and how it makes your life easier. So, our intelligence is what makes us human, and AI is an extension of that problem. So, first we're going to talk about what is AI. Generally, when we think of AI, we think of robots, but in reality, AI can be so much more. Examples of AI in daily life include navigation, listening to music, and Siri. Okay, so Siri uses AI to process voice queries, gesture-based controls, and more. Without AI, Siri would not exist. Siri learns your interests by analyzing your searches. That way, Siri can mention topics you enjoy in conversations. Listening to music. You may not realize it, but major companies like Spotify use AI a lot. For example, it recommends songs.
If you just stop for a minute, is there no sound? Right, another microphone. You just get another microphone.
Is connected to the phone. You're also on the rock slide. Okay, listening to music. You may not realize it, but major companies like Spotify use AI a lot. For example, it recommends songs and playlists for you to try. AI uses your searches and songs you listen to and plays similar songs accordingly. Navigation. As you probably know, navigation is very useful. Without navigation services such as Waze and Google Maps, people would have to use paper maps. These apps use AI to show live traffic, and with these apps you can also identify driving accidents to stay safe. So, in 2019, a survey was conducted, asking 100 people whether they would rather go to a human doctor or an AI doctor. These were the results. As you can see, almost half would rather go to an AI doctor. So, when does AI become invasive? AI becomes invasive when it records things that you don't want to be recorded and stores things and data that you don't want to be stored. So, there is a thing called deepfakes, which criminals use to take their face and Photoshop it onto somebody else so that it looks like they committed the crime. So, what do you think? Is AI making positive changes to daily life, or do you think AI is going too far? So, now we're going to play a game. So, do you think that the one on the left is AI generated or the one on the right is AI generated?
In the room, does anyone, what do you think? New volunteers, Luca. You think Pedro thinks both? Luca thinks right? Abdul thinks left. Vila, do you want to tell us?
Yes. So the whale image was human made. So the one on the left was actually AI generated. So let's do another round. So, which one of these faces is AI generated?
Miss Rahim, what do you think? One on the right. Anyone else? Peter, what do you think? Right on the right. Do we all agree? Anyone disagree? Luke, you think one on the left? I think they both are. Aditi? One on the left. Sajad? Okay, with different answers. What is it, Vila?
It's actually both of them. They're both AI generated.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so let's learn about who made AI. AI is amazing, isn't it? We owe it all to this man, John McCarthy, aka the father of AI. He was born in 1927 and died in 2011. The term artificial intelligence was made by him in 1955, and he won many awards in his life. So thank you for listening to my presentation.
Medical learning. Gia, your focus. Okay, thank you very much, Vila. Excellent presentation and an excellent start. We're now going to move on to two students in 7D. We've got Aditi and Gia who are going to talk to us about AI and machine learning. Round of applause for them.
They're not sending. Can you check Teams?
It has sent. See, it says sent to file. It said sent to file.
Can you make a start without it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so.
if that's possible.
Go ahead first. Sorry about that. Just say.
So there was this one time the one guy made a video on about in which he started to talk about orange cats, and when he refreshed his TikTok Shorts feed, guess what? He got videos about orange cats. He did this test to determine whether or not TikTok is actually listening to us.
So Aditi and I decided to try this ourselves by talking about mints. But guess what? It didn't work. But isn't it cool that YouTube can actually give us recommendations based on our search history, watch history, etc.?
These recommendations are what inspired us to go deeper into machine learning. And through our research, we have found that machine learning is a wondrous thing if used well, but can create huge issues if it lands in the wrong hands. And today we're going to share our findings with you. But first of all,
What does it mean?
well, Gia, in simple terms, machine learning is a computer system that can learn and adapt without being given explicit programming.
Aditi, that's a bit too complicated. How is anyone supposed to understand that? Okay, basically, machine learning is literally a machine learning based on the data we give it. The more data we give, the more accurate it will be. Do you guys remember the coding activity we did on Monday about the fish?
Oh yeah, that's a perfect example for machine learning. We fed the bot pictures of fishes, so it'd be able to identify what is a fish and what is not a fish. And then we gave it time to train, so it'd be able to recognize the patterns and pick out the features of fishes. And then it would be able to find those features in other pictures of fishes. And we don't even have to program every single step. But how exactly do we code it to figure out these patterns?
In simple terms, the first step is to give data to the system. Then we use a training model to analyze this data in a few different ways. It can look for important patterns using linear or logistic regression, depending on the type of data we have. Another method is using a classification tree, which is like a decision-making process. It creates a tree based on the first picture and check if it works for the other pictures. If it doesn't work well, it can be adjusted to improve accuracy. Finally, there's a more advanced technique called neural networks, which help AI understand data, similar to how our brains work.
Exactly. There are two types of machine learning: supervised and unsupervised learning. Supervised learning is when a teacher gives it data and tells it what is right and wrong, and then the AI tries it its own. If it's incorrect, we correct it. And supervised learning is very similar to supervised learning. But instead of using a teacher to tell it what is right and wrong, it uses its environment.
Now, here are some machine learning applications. E-commerce, which is basically transactions conducted electronically on the internet, like Amazon. When we shop online, machine learning is at work. It gives us recommendations on what we buy like, and search. This also applies for Netflix. For example, we can watch a comedy show, and after watching that, Netflix recommends more comedy movies in our interest. Recognize the patterns?
Another application of this is mailing apps, which classify certain messages as spam. This is an example of machine learning, as it uses previous examples of when we reported certain messages as spam. As you can see, all of these examples are examples of recommendations.
Machine learning seems to be the stuff of dreams, the greatest thing you've ever seen. It can automate a lot of jobs without humans. However, there are many pros and cons of machine learning. Let's start with the pros. It is automatic, meaning that it can work by itself. It can handle various data, and it can be used in various fields like engineering, medicine, and education.
And for cons, it requires a lot of data in order to be accurate in a short period of time. And in addition to this, there's also a chance that it can be wrong or inaccurate. And finally, it requires a lot of data, which brings about concerns about privacy, about on which data that is collected from the users.
Building upon that, we need to know the future about machine learning. What about jobs? What about other things? With increasing automation, it can also take away many jobs, which is a problem as more and more people become unemployed. But thanks to machine learning, cars can adjust internal settings according to the driver's preferences. It can detect anomalies and even fraud. Machine learning helps us a lot. It is a very positive aspect of our life in the future.
As we can see, machine learning is a powerful thing indeed. But it is, as they say, with great power comes great responsibility. Machine learning can automate jobs that are boring, that nobody wants to do, such as sorting stuff in factories. On the other hand, this can remove a lot of jobs. However, this can also this motivates people to join jobs that are in high requirement.
But one precaution that we do need to take is to make sure that the data collected by machine learning doesn't fall into the hands of big companies, as it can monetize our privacy. Also, sometimes the data collected is sold to big companies for billions of dollars. Can you believe that? It is clear we do need to prevent this from happening. If you take just a few simple steps and precautions, this machine learning can be implemented in many powerful ways.
Thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much, Aditi and Gia. Very, very informative presentation. And you went on despite some technical difficulties at the start there. So well done, girls. Really impressive. We're now going to hear from a group of three students from 10B. We've got Lisa, Myla, and Abdul, who are going to talk to us about artificial intelligence in jobs. So round of applause for our three students.
So AI, how is it changing our jobs and how does it change our lives in good ways and bad ways? AI's impact on jobs. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has taken the world by storm in the last few years. From AI voice assistants like Siri and Alexa to the recent advancements in predictive analytics and generative AI. Artificial intelligence is changing how we live, work, and are entertained. Today, we'll explore how AI tech advancements impact the job market and shape the future of work.
AI is having a significant impact on the job market. The Economic Forum's The Future of Jobs Report 2020 predicts that AI will replace 85 million jobs globally by 2025. The same report further indicates that AI may create 97 million new job roles, but the types of jobs that AI will create will differ from those that are being lost. For example, AI is already being used to automate repetitive and mundane tasks, such as data entry and processing. This means that jobs requiring these skills will be less automated in the future. However, machines are less likely to replace jobs requiring human skills such as problem solving, creativity, and empathy.
Automation and efficiency. AI can automate repetitive and everyday tasks, allowing employees to focus on more complex and creative work. This increases overall efficiency and productivity in the workplace. AI technology can automate routine and repetitive tasks, leading to increased efficiency and productivity.
Enhance decision making. AI can assist in decision making processes by analyzing vast amounts of data, identifying patterns, and providing insights. This can help professionals make more informed choices, improving overall efficiency and accuracy in their work. AI can process and analyze vast amounts of data, providing valuable insights and recommendations that can aid decision-making processes in various industries such as finance, healthcare, and marketing.
Improve safety. AI-powered systems can be utilized in dangerous environments, reducing the risk to human workers. For example, robots can perform tasks in manufacturing plants or explore hazardous environments like deep sea exploration or outer space.
New job opportunities. While AI might replace some jobs, it also creates new job roles and opportunities. AI requires skilled professionals to develop, maintain, and improve these systems, leading to the emergence of AI specialists, data scientists, and AI ethics.
Cons of AI in jobs. Job displacement. AI has the potential to replace certain job roles, especially those involving repetitive tasks that can be automated. This can lead to unemployment and require workers to adapt and acquire new skills to remain relevant in the job market.
Skill requirements. The integration of AI in the workplace demands new skill sets. Workers may need to upskill or reskill to remain employable in AI-driven economy. The transition can be challenging for individuals who lack access to adequate training resources.
Ethical concerns. The use of AI raises ethical considerations, particularly in areas like privacy, bias, and decision-making transparency. There's a need for responsible development and deployment of AI systems to ensure fair and unbiased outcomes.
Dependency and reliability. Relying heavily on AI systems can create vulnerabilities in case of technical failures or cybersecurity breaches. Human oversight and backup plans are necessary to reduce risks and maintain reliability. So, in conclusion, it's important to know that the impact of AI on jobs can vary across industries and job roles. While AI can streamline processes and increase efficiency, it is crucial to address the potential challenges and ensure that the benefits are distributed equitably. Education and training initiatives can help individuals adapt to the changing job market and capitalize on the opportunities presented by AI.
Okay, big well done to Myla, Lisa, and Abdul. I know they weren't a bit nervous before starting their presentations, but they did a very, very good job. We're now going to move on to Sajjad in 9A, and he's going to tell us all about artificial intelligence in the manufacturing industry. So, round of applause for Sajjad.
Okay, good morning, everyone. I'd like to start today off from a memory I had when I was 7 or 8. I was watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, a very good movie, with my family. And I was a very curious kid at the time. I would always ask questions. There was this scene in the movie where Charlie's dad, who was working at the toothpaste factory, got replaced by a machine doing his job. I was very stressed and scared. I kept asking my parents, "Oh, what will happen in the future? Will I not get a job? Will I be poor?" But in the end, my dad just gave me candy to shut me up. But this concern is at the highest, well, at today, because we're getting closer to like AI being integrated into our economy. This means AI into companies, AI replacing jobs. Next slide. Well, as you can see on the PowerPoint, next. Yeah. As you can see, the first thing there is the assembly line, which was started for the Ford company. Then later on, it's the combination of humans and machinery tools. And then later, let's say nowadays, and also 5 years from now on, many companies, full automation of putting in car parts with humans only helping with small details. This reality of AI, especially in the manufacturing industry, which is it's a growing industry, and it's the second biggest sector of the economy, manufacturing industry. It's the reason why you have your iPads, the reason why we have our devices, the reason why we have all our products. And this industry is predicted to be replaced by AI mostly. Well, this idea of like innovation of AI, we don't need to fear this to replace us really. As you can see on the next slides, it's growing, our manufacturing and industry over the years. At 2020, it's down because of COVID, but when factories open, it was normal. This curve is bound to go higher, and let's see why. This research institute at McKinsey Global, these people are responsible for accounting, financials, everything about the economy. They used computers, many computers, to simulate the economy with when AI is integrated in 2030, which is just 7 years from now. Very quick, right? Well, there's something much more mind-boggling than the numbers. AI, if integrated, will generate $13 trillion, $13 trillion into the global GDP. That means that money can be used for infrastructure, education, and basic needs of human life. AI is helping based on the simulation, the base. Right? With almost of the companies, 70% of companies using AI, and in manufacturing and industry, 93% is agreeing to use AI. This is generating a lot of money, as manufacturing and industry will generate around 6 trillion, 5 trillion later on. This is really good with AI doing automation, doing repetitive tasks, and also incorporating AR, which will help people also. But there is one downside that we see, one thing that sparks up the fear again. It's that 30 to 40% of people of employment will decrease in the simulation. That's hundreds of millions. You know, that's a lot of jobs lost. A lot of people can go to their families, pay them. It's a very scary reality. This is a dystopia, not a utopia. With this pursuit of innovation, what's the point when people lose their jobs and can buy these products with hundreds of products being produced? Well, as I said, this is just a simulation, as there's more research going on also, and this is very volatile too. It goes up and down at times. One thing on many forums, based on many forums, there's this other idea that AI won't really replace us humans. They'll actually collaborate with us much more. Let's see why. On the World Economic Forum, these people are responsible for the economy and all things of money movement. It uses USA as a base, as USA is one of the a top HIC country. It says 85 million jobs would be lost. But hold on, 97 million jobs would be created too. That's crazy. Not jobs are lost, but these new jobs are based are completely different. Instead of doing repetitive tasks, these jobs will require problem solving, some other things too that doesn't require machines, like empathy, marketing. It's not completely replaced. Now you might be wondering, how about the people that will get replaced though? Well, let's first start with the youth, us. What will happen for us? Well, organizations like UNICEF and many other organizations plan to help 1.8 billion people of youth to be reskilled in computing, in digital literacy, and other problem-solving skills, to also public speaking, marketing, all that. So they're ready for the future. And also the people who are going to be in those jobs, let's say like mid-30s, right, for a while, well, governments can help companies help reskill and upskill those people. Nowadays, it's much easier to gain skills with Google having certificates and courses that can be legit, to much more of courses. People can prove that they have learned that, and they can go to the next job. And another thing, if that's also not possible, there's ideas of governments providing a universal basic income to people that lost their jobs due to that, with the idea of AI doing the work for us, and we just do the living and problem solving. Well, this does not sound that bad. We won't lose jobs. It's just as an offset, and this will be benefit not just till 2030, for generations to come. AI is innovation. You might be wondering, what is innovation though? We keep mentioning that word. Well, innovation is producing and adopting to something of value. You're creating something that has a high value, and it adopts from that. Innovation helps us progress in human life, right? As we create something of higher value, which helps us more. Innovation is the reason why we get to the moon. Innovation is the reason why we have a laptop. Innovation is a why that we are working today in a society that's quite healthy with people having families and everything. Let AI be that next why in innovation. I, as many other people, believe AI is an innovation, and we should let it be the next why, as it could help us and tomorrow also. Thank you.
Well done, Sajjad. Very thorough. Lots of research clearly went into that presentation, but also without any notes or guidance throughout, just memorize that off by heart. So well done, Sajjad. Excellent effort. We're now going to move on to Amina from 7C, who's going to talk to us about artificial intelligence in the medical field. Okay, so round of applause for Amina.
Hi everyone, I'm Amina from 7C, and I just wanted to talk, and I'm going to start off this talk with a question. Why is AI important for medical use? So since I was a young child, I had a big passion for all about science, medical stuff, and being a doctor. But now I realize that AI is a big part of it. So today I'm going to talk about some factors in the medical field, how AI helps out the doctors. First of all, we have AI helping out with medical image analysis. It's the process of extracting meaningful information from medical images. Next, we have cancer treatment and research. AI helps a lot with this, which is a very big pro, because since many people are dying from cancer at the moment, we can get more information about cancer and get more better treatment for it. Now, that was all about a bit far-fetched. Now let's talk about some real-life examples. For example, when someone went under amputation, the removal of an external body part, i.e. the finger, the hand, or the limb, doctors use AI to create something called prosthesis. It doesn't only replace your limb, it also connects to the nerves inside your body to help you feel like it's a real leg. Now we have a machine that does disease detection, also from AI. It scans the human body, then it detects if we have any diseases. This is helpful, and it will increase patient outcome, as afterwards we will get to find diseases much quicker and treat people and save many lives. Now we have this capsule endoscopy. It is the process of swallowing a capsule with a camera in it, and then it will take medical images from inside your body. This can be very risky, because the capsule, after all, is not food, and it is electrical, so it can malfunction inside your body and cause death. So to prevent this, doctors test out the capsule many times in different environments, such as acids, liquids, and gases. After all, it's not food, and it'll be entering your body. Now, recently, doctors and hospitals have been using a lot of robotic surgeons. For example, the STAR, the Smart tissue autonomous robot. It helps out a lot. It helps out with something called the laparoscopic surgery in the abdomen and the pelvic area of the human body. It can do it without the human's help. But of course, we need to first test this robot out before putting it into any action. So what I think is AI is very important for medical use, as we'll get accurate results from it. We'll improve our patient outcome afterwards, and then the hospital quality will increase by a lot. So this AI is just it plays a big part in medical and overall our world. So thank you for listening, and hopefully you learned something new.
Okay, well done, Amina. Lots and lots of information there. I think Mrs. Hill, I think you were saying you feel like you're in a medical lecture, is that right? Yeah, really fascinating. Lots of interesting things that's going to affect all our lives in the future. So very well researched, but also very well presented as well. So well done, Amina. We're now going to move on to Omama in 8C, who's going to tell us all about AI and its link to law enforcement. So big round of applause for Omama.
Okay, so to start off with, I'm sure that all of you have heard of AI, artificial intelligence, mainly because of the infamous ChatGPT that was released in November of 2022. However, for those of you that have been living under a rock, artificial intelligence is how computers and machines have the problem-solving and decision-making capabilities of the human mind. But how does artificial intelligence affect us? In 2017, the UAE's Ministry of AI was established. They plan on becoming the world's AI leader by 2031 and incorporate it into education, healthcare, and even the government. The aspect we're going to be focusing on today is law enforcement and security. As boring as it may sound, I can confirm that it quite literally sounds like something out of a spy movie. So the UAE has installed many spy cameras, many security cameras on its roads. Whoa, what a surprise. These cameras can spot violations such as being in the wrong lane, speeding, sudden swerving, crossing a red light, etc. They can also spot motorists that think they can sneakily skip the queue. Not that sneaky anymore with AI on the lookout. This can stop accidents and save lives. Some of us need to be a lot more careful. One of the things that these security cameras use is license plate recognition. License plate recognition is where they use cameras and image processing algorithms to identify and capture license plates of certain vehicles. Imagine as a scene in a movie. The suspect zooms by, boom. The license plate is caught, their information is pulled up, and they've just gotten a warning. Crazy, isn't it? However, if we were to think about it, if AI can recognize license plates, can it recognize faces too? Well, it actually can. Through facial recognition, AI can solve problems such as finding suspects, finding missing people, and improve surveillance systems. This takes security to a whole different level. Okay, now here's something really cool. Crime pattern analysis. Doesn't that make me sound smart? Crime pattern analysis is basically where AI uses data such as criminal records, incident reports, and geographical information to find suspects. You need to be an extremely talented criminal if even AI can't find you, which seems near impossible at this point. However, the reign of AI doesn't stop here. It's even found its way into the military. It's going to take place of planes as drones to observe. They can assess combat locations and formulate maneuvers and tactics to help fight the enemy. This new generation of AI is crazy. And not to mention, the benefit of using AI instead of actual humans is that there is a decreased risk of casualties, while the AI almost has the same capabilities as a human pilot. So, unfortunately, however, the world isn't all sunshines and rainbows. Let's take the example of fire. It can keep you warm and protect you from freezing to death, but it can also kill you. It all depends on how you use it and whether or not you're careful. Let's start off with the military. So in the military, a problem that many people are arguing for is that AI can become too powerful and even go against us. As much as this sounds like a dystopian fantasy, it actually might be true. However, let's move on to a more possible risk, the risk of technical failures. So basically, this is really bad, obviously, because it's the military itself. And how can we be sure that AI won't completely go haywire? Another issue is the issue with facial recognition. When it comes to facial recognition, many issues arise regarding privacy, civil liberties, and misuse. Some examples of misuse are identity theft, cyber criminals, and hacking. This is a huge problem and needs to be solved. Lastly, we're going to move on to the problems that may come with crime pattern analysis. As crazy as it might sound, AI can actually form biases. How does that happen? It's literally a robot. Well, AI algorithms can be unfair because they use old data, which can already be influenced by existing practices in law enforcement. So now that we have our problems, we need to solve them. So firstly, when it comes to military, we can actually control the amount of data we're actually giving the AI. Every aspect of it needs to be well controlled and well organized, and certain laws need to be put into place. Secondly, when it comes to the issue of facial recognition, we need to make sure that there are certain laws put into place and with what they're doing with the information. There needs to be complete transparency on what is being done with the information, but while the information itself is kept private. Lastly, we move on to the issue of crime pattern analysis. So when it comes to crime pattern analysis, there should be constant checks where they can basically verify and correct the information that the AI has and correct any biases. This way, all the information is accurate. Once again, there needs to be complete transparency and accountability on the quality of these checks and the frequency of them. So that was just a small talk on how we can use AI efficiently in law enforcement without compromising privacy and civil liberties. The generation ahead of us is crazy, and it opens doors to all different kinds of opportunities. Thank you.
Okay, again, another outstanding presentation. Well done. There's clearly a lot of work went into that. The rehearsal and the delivery was impeccable. So well done, Amama. It's going to be very difficult for us to decide who our winner is. We're going to move on now to Luca in 7B, who's going to talk to us about why we should let go of our devices from time to time. When you're ready, round of applause for Luca.
Hello, my name is Luca, and today I'll be talking about why people should let go of their devices and how AI affects us. I'll be talking about two examples, two people, Jack and Daisy, who both look at devices very differently. Let's start with Jack. He absolutely loves his device, and he slumps on the couch every single day and disgraces to do anything around the house or go outside and play games. Unlike Daisy, she loves to go outside and play with her friends. She loves to do anything around the house and help her parents with cooking. She's basically the complete opposite of Jack. I'm going to be talking about why AI is good and how it's bad. Let's start with the good side. AI is good for communicating and calls. AI can also be very good in order for doctors and hospitals. And there's many more to that. For the bad side is hackers, scammers, and lots of bad things. Scammers can easily get into your account if you have a bad password. If they come into your account, they can steal your bank details, your email location, and where you live. And yesterday, my friend told me two objections about this. The first objection, he said, I can't live without my device. My answer to this is nonsense. That's not true. You can live without your device. You just have to simply let go of your device for a week or so, and you'll see your difference between you and your device. Your actions will change, and you will talk to people more socially and easily. The second objection he told me is that he can't succeed throughout the future without his device. Now, my answer to this is again nonsense. This is not true. You can succeed through the future without your device, as you can get your friends to help you. You can invest in yourself, and you can also call generators. Governments, and they will get everything sorted out with you. If you want to market this, you can also put posters around people's houses, and just maybe, they will see the posters and maybe they would like to help you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Luca. Another very good presentation, very well researched. Clearly, a lot of work has been put into all of these. and there's a lot we can learn about our devices there. We're now going to move on to Alexi in 8B, who's going to talk about lots of different aspects of AI and try and bring all the things that we looked at together in one. So big round of applause for Alexi.
Hello. Today I want to tell you about my topic, AI and multimedia. How does it impact? What problems we have and how to prevent them? At the beginning, I want to explain a bit about multimedia to understand what is this and what are we talking about. The multimedia is a presentation of some kind of information using different contents like text, audio, images, and video. So it means that every website, every audiobook, and your phone interface is a multimedia. So what the impact of an AI on a multimedia? The impact is very big and strong because we have a lot of good tools to create and edit. A simple child already can create an app or a website without any problems because now it's very easy. So it sounds very good, but have we any problems? Of course we have, unfortunately. And the first one is human work becomes useless. Because every day we can generate thousands of texts and images just tapping the button in our phone. And human hard work looks simple. Simple like something that we can generate with one pushing the button. And we lose the main idea of art. So, and the second problem I found is not about art. This problem is about our money management. As I said before, the website is a multimedia. And on these websites, we can have different shops that collect everything about us. They know how old are we, where do we live, what do we search, and what do we watch. They know our interests. And based on all these informations, they do different interesting offers that we probably will buy. And the problem is that we don't use these things at all. We didn't plan to buy it 5 minutes ago. And probably we don't use it at all in our life. We waste our money. How to prevent all these problems? So the first one, in my opinion, about art, we should see the border, the very strong border between art and just a picture. We should see the difference between person's emotions, time, feelings, life, and vision, and just a code based on already created art. So we should save these creative people, and we should understand the main idea of art. We are imagining, we are showing our life. And for the second problem about money management, I found a very good decision in internet. It sounds rule of 7 days. If you are going to buy something, live 7 days. Don't think about it, this thing. And if at the end of these 7 days, you will still want to buy this, buy. But if at the end of these 7 days, you will forget about this thing you were planning to buy, you are lucky. You just saved your money. This is all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Alexia. Another very well-rehearsed speech. Great delivery again without any notes. So big well done. So impressed with everything that we've seen so far. We're now going to move on back to 7D, and we've got Adam, who's going to tell us about how AI is going to impact the future. Round of applause for Adam.
Hello, today I'm going to talk about how AI will impact our future. Our agenda today will be introduction to AI, AI humans or both, AI without humans, AI learning, and our summary. Introduction to AI. Artificial intelligence AI is the ability of AI to replicate or enhance human intelligence based on experience and learning. Artificial intelligence has been used in computer programs for years, but is now applied to many other products and services, such as chatbots. But for example, some digital cameras can determine what objects are present in an image using artificial intelligence software. In addition, experts predict many more innovative uses for artificial intelligence in the future, including smart electric grids. And now with new AI such as ChatGPT, you can ask this AI to create and design its own pictures that are completely new and have not been taken before. You can do this simply by asking the chatbot what you want to picture, and it will create. AI, humans, or both? Can AI replace human jobs? Yes. In a factory, AI is already almost automated, but humans move around boxes to their right allocated positions. But now with new robots and technology, AI can do that. It can move boxes and cargo to their allocated positions in the warehouse. So now those people will lose their jobs. Taxi or bus could have an AI driver instead of a human one. We already have self-driving cars. Why not have a public service self-driving car and bus? As a teacher, ChatGPT can create learning plans for students. There's another fact that Khan Academy, they have recently introduced Khan Amigo in USA. That is a teaching plan which can teach maths, English, science. It's an example of a learning AI. As a waiter, Japan and Korea already use AI for this. They have robots that deliver food, drinks, and clean up the area. Can humans still have a purpose to make money in these industries, or are they not needed? Humans can still be needed. There will be many other jobs. You just have to be more innovative and creative, because now you're competing with AI. Can AI endanger us? In your car, self-driving cars. Me personally, I wouldn't like to take a self-driving car because AI, and if you can see another driver is about to swerve into you, and AI can't. They don't know what the human's going to do. They're just driving. So if the AI is self-driving and it can't see what the driver's about to do, what can the AI do? You'll crash. In the military, AI can be very useful. It's not denied. But recently, US ran a test in a simulation, luckily, and AI was meant to destroy a target. Unfortunately, to destroy the target, it destroyed the plane, crashed the plane purposefully into the target, which would have killed the pilot and destroyed the target, but still, it's not good. In an airplane, for similar uses in the military, and in the car. Why doesn't it endanger us? It endangers us because we think AI has all the answers. So it'll just do everything by itself. It won't ask us or run it by us. But if we can resolve this by telling the AI, okay, you have an answer, but at least run it by us first, so we can give the command to do it. Our summary. Artificial intelligence can be helpful in many ways, but maybe we shouldn't let it do everything for us and program it to rely on human decisions and not make rash decisions by itself. So accidents can be prevented. Just one thing to be careful for. Be careful what we use AI for. Thank you.
Okay, well done, Adam. Lots of lessons there, lots of dangers that we might associate with AI in the future that obviously we need to be aware of, and lots that we can learn. So big well done, Adam. We're now going to move on to Peter from 7A, and his AI presentation is linked to gaming. So round of applause for Peter.
So today I want to talk about AI in gaming. I'm very proud of me being on this scene and being nominated by my classmates. So AI in gaming, it's a very powerful topic today, and devices and gaming is an essential part in many of our lives. So AI in gaming, it is represented in many different ways. So at first I want to talk about just simply what is AI. So I know ChatGPT is very plain and basic, and many people did the intro with ChatGPT. But if you just think of an intro from ChatGPT, just think into it. It is amazing how AI can make an intro better than us humans, many of us humans. It can make original intros. It can make them interesting, use different linguistic devices, which we could have not even think of in an intro. So let me read out one of the things that ChatGPT came up with. So, welcome fellow gamers and enthusiasts to the extraordinary realm where artificial intelligence and gaming collide. Today we'll unlock the secrets of AI's incredible impact on the gaming landscape, revealing a future filled with limitless possibilities. Get ready to be dazzled as we delve into the thrilling world of AI in gaming. This was all created by ChatGPT. So AI is being used in many different industries, from agriculture, farming in simple words, to logistics, transportation, films, entertainment, social media. It is everywhere. For example, in social media, which almost everybody here uses, AI in TikTok or YouTube is represented. It sees, it analyzes what you are watching. It understands, it processes all the information, what you're searching, what you're watching, what you're saying, but that is illegal technically. So, and then it shows you videos which are similar. It looks at the popularity of videos. It shows you the videos that you might want to see. It understands what you want to see. In agriculture, AI is used as drones, some harvester machines. In logistics, some cars, delivery cars, and things like that are starting to get more autonomy, more AI, self-driving cars and transportation, for example. So text editors also. So let's get to our topic for today, AI and gaming. Here are two examples of games that many people play here, Call of Duty and Fortnite. So in Fortnite, for example, if there are not enough players on the server, the game fills the rest of the space up with bots. Bots are basically a common way of saying AI in a body, in a virtual body in a game, or NPC. But most of the times they are being related to as characters in games. So AI and bots can do pathfinding skills. It can find players. It can shoot players in these two games. And it sees, it scans, it has sensors. AI is a number of sensors and information collected to create something new. AI in video games now can adapt up to players. It can think and see what the player's behavior is, what they like, what they don't like, how good they play, and adapt to it. Right now in programming and gaming industry, there is a thing called procedural generation. The whole point is that we're taking an AI and making it think, it create its own world, place, towns, trees, forests, wherever it wants. And that saves a lot of money for us and time, astronomical amounts of time. We could have spent ages on creating a map. And this way, we spend less money, less time, and people get a new experience every time they play the game. So, yeah. So here's an example of a very old game, Lego Star Wars, the Complete Saga. So I used to play it, and my friends used to play it. When you're playing as one of the characters, it's Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi. When you're playing as one of the characters, the second character is an AI, a bot, an NPC. Call it what you want. It's still an AI implemented, integrated into a virtual or physical body in the game. And it finds the nearest enemy, for example. It hits the nearest enemy. It finds ways to get to the nearest enemy. It does what it thinks is the most appropriate thing to do in the situation. So here's an example of a great game which any of you can play. So I told about it to my classmates. So it's called Humor No No. So basically, ChatGPT, a chatbot, which probably everybody already knows about, is implemented into a game. So if you didn't know that, there's a thing called a Turing test. The whole point is that it is a test to see if AI can be, if you cannot decide if it's a human or an AI. If an AI talks to you, you can know if it's a human or an AI. It's so similar to a human that you cannot decide. And this game makes the full use of this test. It implements the ChatGPT AI into a game, and it finds a partner. It either finds a human or an AI, and you start talking to it for 2 minutes. And then at the end of the game, the time stops, the conversation stops after you chatted, and you have to choose. It's either a bot, and ChatGPT, an AI, an NPC, or a real human. And I actually lost 7 games in that. So it was a bit hard for me because I'm not really good on who's a human, who's an AI. So can you open the next slide? Wait. Yeah. Everybody makes errors and mistakes. AI is no different because technically people try to make AI as similar as humans, making mistakes. So here's a joke from AI, which is not very funny for me personally. Why did the AI go on diet? Because it had too many bites. So ChatGPT came up with this, and I don't know if any of you find it funny. I don't. And AI has a lot of errors, mistakes, problems. Military uses AI, and this stereotype arises. What will happen? Like in the movie Terminator, will we all get killed by that? Well, that is something that actually is a problem right now. But just yet, everything is still under control. But because AI has these neural networks, which is a representation of our own brain, it can think, it can think by itself. It can have its own thoughts and opinions about stuff. It can offend people, and it can scream at people. In ChatGPT, for example, once there was this problem, I asked it for a joke, and it actually offended some of my classmates, which is a problem. This should not happen if we want the AI as a good companion for us. So the second biggest problem is that our jobs, we all in the future are going to work on something. We all have a profession. We all think of what we like, and then we do a job on it. AI is stealing that from us. We lose jobs. But every day, AI is being implemented into factories. And basically, a lot of jobs, taxis, different factories, they're all being AI controlled. Autonomy is being appearing in these things. People lose jobs. They have nothing to do. If you are working in a factory and, for example, packing boxes, I don't know, most basic thing I came up with. So AI appears and it starts making boxes for you instead of you. You lose your job. Next slide, please. So I think will be in the future. So as we have heard from many people already, AI is creating more jobs than it's taking from us. But the thing is, all those jobs require something, and normal factory worker may not have the skill to, I don't know, be in the servers of a very big company like Google. If you are packing boxes, how are you supposed to program something? So people are teaching the workers something new. Here, we already start with programming. We already start with this AI. We already know that AI is here. People who are already working in factories, like the older than us, adults, at their time, they didn't learn anything about this. No programming, nothing. That didn't exist at the time. And now they don't have any skills. And actually, as research showed, adults, it's harder for them to learn something new than for kids. Like us. So yeah, AI will take over half of our jobs in the near future. So here's a famous quote that AI can get out of control by Stephen Hawking, who sadly died not long ago. The development of full artificial intelligence would spell the end of the human race. It would take off on its own and redesign itself at an ever-increasing rate. Humans, who are limited by slow biological evolution, couldn't compete and would be superseded. I think I said it correctly. So that's what Stephen Hawking told the BBC while he was alive. So my personal opinion, of course, I'm that type of guy who believes in the UFOs and that sort of stuff, but I think that everything will stay under control as long as nobody tries to break the system and let AI do something else. As long as we keep it in control, as long as the military or the scientists use it for some peaceful purposes, it is 100% not going to do anything to us. We are safe, in my opinion. But we will lose jobs. We will lose potential money and things like that. Yes, that's what AI takes from us. But we'll have more free time. And thanks for listening. That was my presentation.
Okay, very, very impressive. Well done, Peter. Lots we can learn there about AI and gaming, but also the future as well. We're coming to the end now, just under 10 minutes to go until lunchtime. We're going to start with Nelly, who's going to talk to us about the link to AI and human evolution. Round of applause for Nelly.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you to discuss a topic that has captivated the minds of everyone, artificial intelligence, and its potential to shape the evolution of humankind. As we navigate through the vast sea of technological advancements, AI emerges as a beacon of hope, offering transformative possibilities that can propel us forward in unimaginable ways. Human evolution has always been driven by our ability to adapt and harness tools to overcome challenges. From the discovery of fire to the development of Apple Vision Pro, our progress has been marked by transformative inventions that have expanded our capabilities and nourished our lives. AI presents itself as a catalyst for adaptation and evolution. Imagine a world where AI assists medical professionals and diagnoses diseases with greater accuracy, enabling faster and more effective treatments. AI algorithms can sift through mountains of patient data, comparing symptoms, genetic markers, and treatment outcomes to recommend personalized therapies, revolutionizing healthcare and saving countless lives. In the realm of education, AI has the potential to create personalized learning experience tailored to the unique needs of each student. Adaptive learning platforms powered by AI algorithms can analyze students' strengths and weaknesses, like SentryTech, for example. I'm sure everyone here has used SentryTech before. Furthermore, AI has the potential to bridge the gap of accessibility and inclusion. Natural language processing and computer vision technologies enable voice interfaces and visual recognition systems that empower people with disabilities to interact with technology more seamlessly. AI-powered translation tools break down language barriers, fostering global understanding and collaboration. Through AI, we can build a more inclusive and interconnected world. I have I want to talk about what the last speech just talked about how we're going to lose jobs. I think that it's going to make our world better because since more people are used to packing boxes, I think they're going to have to learn, they're going to have to know more and have more knowledge. So I think that'll help our humanity evolve and get more smarter. However, as we embrace the transformative power of AI, we must also acknowledge the need for responsible development and ethical guidelines. We must ensure that AI is designed and implemented with transparency, fairness, and accountability. It is crucial to address concerns such as data privacy, algorithmic bias, and potential impact of AI on the job market. For example, an artist called Sam had his artwork stolen from his Instagram account and used by AI because AI is a learning machine. They learn from artworks that artists have made, and it stole his art and used it to make art for someone else without his consent.
In conclusion, the evolution of human beings has always been intertwined with the tools we create. This is why AI can help the evolution of humans. AI stands as the next chapter in our shared journey of progress, offering unparalleled opportunities for growth and advancement. As we embark on this path, let us embrace AI as a collaborator. By harnessing the power of AI responsibly, we can shape a future where our collective potential knows no bounds. Thank you.
Well done, Nelly. Again, really, really impressive, and a lot of work's gone into that as well. We're now going to move on to the final presentation of this session. We've got Ali from 8C here to talk to us about something we've looked at before, but we're talking about chatbots now. So round of applause for Ali. Off you go.
Hello, RIS fam. Today I will be talking about chatbots. Most of you think chatbots are just something you can talk to, but I hope this presentation will change your mind about that. So let's start with the basics. What is an AI chatbot? First of all, an AI chatbot is a computer program that can have human-like conversations with humans and can give them intelligent answers about their questions. The power of AI chatbots. To show the power of AI chatbots, I will ask someone here to describe something in as much detail as they can, and I will ask the same question to a chatbot to see the comparison. The question is, describe a sea cucumber in most detail as you can. Who would like to volunteer?
I think a sea cucumber is green and slimy and lives in the sea. I'm not sure if people can eat it, but that's all I know from a sea cucumber. Thank you.
Yeah. And this is what an AI chatbot like ChatSonic and ChatGPT said. Of course, this answer is like this because they have access to all the media and whatever they can get access to. So what is the future of AI chatbots? The future of AI chatbots is that they can have personalized conversations with every user. This is something like they will have different conversations with the users depending on their hobbies, what they like, what they watch. So every conversation with every person that an AI has is different every time. Another thing that will happen is with chatbots are more efficiency. So they will be more efficient when they're just talking, and they won't just talk. They will do more than that. I don't know in what way, but it will just maybe a voice or something. Jobs that AI chatbots could take. A job that AI chatbots could take is marketing and sales, as they can give details of every product and they can give personal opinions depending on the data of the person. Another job is another job is customer support, because for customer support, people have to go to sleep at night, but for AI, they don't have to go to sleep. They're always ready. They're always active, so they can always talk to people around the world, different languages, whatever. And while we're on languages, they can also be a language coach, because as they have access to all the media, they have access to all the languages, and they can use grammar and exercises to do that. The downsides of AI chatbots. A downside of AI chatbots is that what they say really depends on the input. So if you make a spelling mistake, and if you talk in slang, whatever, it might not understand, it might give a wrong answer and just not understand at all. So And another one is that they have no emotions. They can't relate to humans and have those feelings that the humans have. So they can't do anything in those sorts of situations as well. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so that's our session come to an end now. So big thank you to Ali. Excellent presentation as well. For everyone for all your hard work and those that participated and didn't quite get to the final. The winners will be announced in our online assembly on Friday. So we'll have a third, second and first place. Myself, Mrs. Hill and Mr. Rahim will come together to decide who will take the prizes. Okay. We now have an early lunchtime between 11 now till 11:40. At 11:40, a teacher will take you down to the School of Rock Musical, those of you in the classrooms and those of you here as well. Okay, just want to say big well done to everyone and thank you for all the hard work. Round of applause for everyone.